This is 100 Days of Hardcore Ark Scorched Earth. I got this idea from Zany Zebra and Luke the Notable. I will leave their channel links in the description. I want to do daily uploads. If you are new, please subscribe because it is free and you can unsubscribe at any point. At this point in day 3, I had already knocked out a Procoptodon, but I decided that I needed to get a Morellatops because I actually needed rare mushrooms, obviously, for the Procop, but I couldn't really get them with by hand, so I went for the Morellatops, which is a pretty good berry gatherer, and I now had plenty of Trink Arrows and narcotics. Now, my Morellatops was tamed, and it was time to gather mushrooms so I could actually tame the Procop. I decided to name my Morellatops Lenny because it just seemed to fit his camel-like features. I then saddled Lenny, and we went for a berry run because, you know, we gotta get the mushrooms. As it turns out, Lenny was a great gatherer of mushrooms. I had no luck with the whip, and Lenny just easily got mushrooms, what can I say? And because of that, I had my first Procop. Now that I had my mushrooms, I was finally able to feed my Procoptodon. This was really big for me because the Procoptodon has so much weight and it actually can get around really fast because it can jump. So that was really good for me because now I could get a lot of metal. By the evening of day 3, I had my first Sandstorm, and what can I say? It's not that enjoyable when you don't have your adobe base finished. But as you can see, I now had acquired 3 forges, and the Procoptodon was giving me the ability to get plenty of metal and wood now. So that was really nice. And as you can see, I'm here filling the forges, trying to get the metal up. Ah, isn't that beautiful? Look at all that sand. I decided to take Lenny down to the water's edge because I was trying to fill the forges, and Lenny had a good bit of weight. So, you know, I was doing wood runs with him. Me and Lenny went to the water, and I was going to get some water. But then I realized, hey, I could just get water with Lenny. So I tried to fill his tank up, and then I realized there was a Capro. And, you know, Capros just aren't the move on Scorched Earth, and I thought I could take him here, but he still managed to actually take me off the Morellatops. But it was fine, because I had the Procoptodon, the Jerboa, my Pike, and Lenny, all at my side. So it turned out fine, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I decided to tame a Lymantria because I didn't really have a flyer and an RG was too far away, but I needed to start getting around the map. So I went on a supply crate hunt, and this is how it turned out. I got a nice apprentice blueprint for a whip, and it was pretty nice. This Titan Boa tried to eat my Lymantria, but luckily I could just fly away. Besides me getting supply crates with my Lymantria, I actually needed crystal desperately for a Fabricator. And you might not know, but there's no crystal near Green Ob, so I probably should have built it Red Ob, but it's too late for that at this point. So I finally got on my Lymantria, got over here, got crystal, and I can now make a Fabricator. I safely made it home on my Lymantria. I was pretty encumbered, but the crystal was worth it. Now that I had crystal, I could finally complete my set of Scorched Earth armor. I now had the goggles, and so now desert storms wouldn't be that effective on me. I also managed to grab 5 obsidian while on the mountain, so that way I could make some scissors because, well, I was tired of the default haircut. Me and my moth went up the hill to place an oil pump. I needed oil desperately to be able to craft a Fabricator, and I needed to make gas. Now that I had crystal and my oil from the pump, it was time to finally make my Fabricator. Now that I had my Fabricator, I decided to actually place it by the refining forges so that way I wouldn't really have to move the metal around. And that turned out to be a great idea. Me and my moth set out on another adventure for supply crates, but I had to get Stam. Oh! I nearly died right there. Decided to whistle my Lymantria down, and the rock golem was still in hot pursuit. I really thought the end of the series was right here, but luckily I got on the Lymantria, and I did that the best possible way I could. I finally decided to tame something that could, you know, serve me some protection and possibly get me hide and meat. So I decided to tame a low-level Thyla, and it wasn't really that good, but it did the trick. On day 5, I finally made electricity. I now placed a generator, and as you can see, I'm very OCD about my placements, so this had to be perfectly in the corner. I then placed down my cables, so that way the electrical could connect. And I had already crafted a fridge because I needed to, you know, store my spoiled meat, my raw meat, and whatever veggies or berries that I needed. So the refrigerator goes down, and as you can see, being very OCD friendly yet again. I then made an industrial grill because I was hungry, and raw meat just wasn't cutting it anymore. So I decided to cook up some meat. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as I am. This series is very fun, and it is kind of challenging because I have almost died multiple times. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe.